So what's been going on beyond and across the nation, not just here in Kendall County, over the last 6 weeks that's of significance?
Well, let's see. We got, I seem to recall we had a cellular network outage.
Yeah, that's AT&T was the most effective, right? Right here, we couldn't communicate to those day.
Almost the whole day. Panic. Right? The people were panicking. And then, if you remember, I think late last week or what's earlier this week? No, it was only this week that Facebook had an outage. And I sent you that text saying, "Hey, you see anything crazy?" I thought I'd been hacked, right? Because I couldn't get into my account. Right? And I'm like, "Man, if you see anything crazy out there, it's not me." I wanted to make sure folks knew that, and that's when you told me, "Yo, it's nationwide."
And I think people are more affected or connected on Facebook than they were out there.
Told AT&T about like it, but that one fixed in about 2 hours.
Yes, yes, but you know what? Probably more serious or more concerning, though, is something that the mainstream media is not covering. And I have been uh, telling everybody I can, from congressmen, I've been speaking to the HHS, to even our local county commissioners and city councilmen that have done on this. You know, in the last week and a half, a group of a Russian gang, believed to be sponsored by the government, but what isn't, hacked into a house that handles almost all the billing, the electronic medical billing that goes into the system, and they handle it for like companies like United Healthcare, Blue Cross, and others, to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars on a regular basis. Well, this group hacked into it and it basically crippled the healthcare billing over the last week and a half. And what does that mean? Well, what that means is doctors aren't getting paid, hospitals aren't getting paid, pharmacies aren't getting paid. And what's happening is that it's having an effect, and the patients are just struggling to see with them. Some doctors, since they're not, haven't been paid in a couple weeks, or closing clinics. They can't afford, they can't make it.
Yeah, I read that. It's affecting large groups with multiple clinics all the way down to the single provider. Right.
Like, and I know a few local doctors that are calling me and saying, "Well, we're going to have to close their clinic. I can't make payroll." And not only that, they can't buy medical supplies from some of these vendors because they have the funding. Hospitals are are in a position where their hospital association nationwide is telling Congress this is here. This is the worst healthcare crisis in history that's affecting us. But I don't think people realize it yet. But they're starting to, when they go to the clinic or the hospital pharmacy, and they can't get their insurance to cover it,
And they start getting the bills,
and
and
they start in the bill, they're worried what's going on. Well, so this is serious, and when our healthcare industry is impacted and there's chaos, that can really trickle on a community and a nation.
right.
If you remember some years ago, the beef industry was hacked as well, and that affected us at the groceries, at the grocery store. But this is even more serious. This is about our health. So hopefully, right now, CMS, HHS, Homeland Security, FBI, they're working together diligently. They have been for the last week and a half to try to resolve this matter.
So, but at this point, at this point, if it's a software issue, whatever they've done, what is the FBI going to do? They don't have coders that, well, they do, but they're not going out there to fix it for them.
Oh, it's
Are they trying to stop it?
well, they're investigating it, of course, to stop it. But there has also been some ransom that has been paid already to the tune of about $22 million.
Okay, so the ransom's been paid, and then okay, they're
But
like,
the
okay,
data,
it's off.
the data still,
It's all compromised, and they're not offering. It's not like they can say, "Okay, I'm going to send you this quick little package, Chris," and it's going to remove everything that you put on there. So we're coming up on our folks to figure it out and hopefully harden the system.
well, it was hitting so serious too that you remember when COVID happened, the government spent in, we had government relief bailout for a lot of businesses. Uh, they're talking about doing that for right now for the hospitals, for pharmacies, for the place, but that's a very slow process. They have to do it quickly because when these clinics are not as profitable as people think they are. A lot of these doctors are reviewing, just like most of us, check to check, and their payroll is contingent on their cash flow. A lot of these insurance companies don't pay from us.
I even didn't forget there's that.
No, but it's probably that's coming next time of that. And that's not that for us taxpayers too. If you have to do another bailout, can you imagine? So pressure right now is on Change Healthcare, which is what they're announcing, other insurance companies as well. But they're also just kind of sitting back and going, what can we do? We don't have the money to pay you.
So it sounds like this is something that I would really like to get Chip Royer in the show and have a discussion along these lines, like he's proposing to do.
I've reached out to his office and got a response. I did get a response from Congressman Henry Cuellar, I thought, who handles all part of this district for San Antonio Sheriff's. And his office did respond. They are working with CMS. I would assume that Chip Roy's staff is, although just haven't gotten back to me. But I think a lot of the legislators are aware of this. I just don't know if they realize the magnitude.
Or is it that they do realize the magnitude and they don't want to
alarm to
it could be? Because we were just having this discussion. I am somewhat of a conspiracy factist, not necessarily a theorist. I believe that I don't believe in coincidence.
That's because you work for the government.
Yeah.
That's why you don't trust in.
I just don't. If I can't see it, taste it, touch it.
And in all fairness, John, it's healthy. We tease people about the conspiracy theories, but thanks to them, it keeps us all on our toes.
It's funny because a lot of this stuff, years ago, conspiracy theories, people make fun of you until it happens. Then it's proven that it's
then they're a genius,
and then everybody goes, "Well, but you're still a conspiracy theorist," and they'll leave it off. You're right.
Right.
So to that point, that's when about the same time frame we had these computer hacks and the cell phone network. You remember hearing about very little blip of another balloon that traversed about 7 of our states, and we didn't hear at least one about it. They talked it up to being obvious.
I'm disappointed with our mainstream media, and I'm so glad we're doing this. Although we're just at a very lower level with the podcast. But I've been watching the mainstream media over the last week and a half, so we'll cover the stories. And this morning, I heard the local news in San Antonio cover maybe 5-10 seconds of this healthcare hack, and then immediately went into a Taylor Swift segment, and
Okay.
And then there's been one type of that. It's like, where is the priority of reporting stuff?
Well, it's not just the priorities of the reporting, because I really truly believe that a lot of these news networks are following or caving in or catering to society in general.
So it's social media, right?
So who really has their priorities messed up? Is it E-Center, who good point, is only doing and trying to report what the people want? That's what the people have the priority issues. And bringing that up, let's talk about our recent politics. We just got through with an election. I'm sure there are many of you out there that are extremely excited to have at least an 18-month reprieve on all the mailers that showed up in your mailbox. I personally would like to say congratulations to all the winners in our local races. They were hard fought. I must say I'm a little disappointed at some of the tactics and techniques and procedures that were used during the campaigns. It's not what I was raised to believe that politicians and people that are leaders in the community. I don't think that some of the things that they employ were in keeping with.
It's really easy on in political campaigns. It's sad, and it's sad sometimes that you hear these elected people saying, "I'm going to run a print campaign. I'm going to establish." And I'm glad they're doing that. But they're the ones that usually get the worst. So after a while, you got to kind of fight back, and it's an endless cycle.
It is, and I think we've gotten to the point now where I really look at some of these political races. It's more like watching Saturday morning cartoons or the old WWE or WWF when we were growing up, right?
Yeah.
But to that point, again, congratulations to the winners. I think for those of you who are dissatisfied or unhappy with the outcome, this is where I needed to share your medal. And it's time to put up the boxing gloves and pull out the notebook and the pen and start figuring out how we can support those people that are now in that office.
Sure.
So we can have a better community all the way around. So now it's time for everybody to.
Right, well, your representatives, whether you voted for them or not, and they're and all of this. Yeah, regardless of your political affiliation or candidates over the city councilman, and we mentioned your state rep, president. We need to make sure. I want our president to succeed. Remember this obviously. He's the pilot of the plane. I don't want the pilot to crash. And history.
I just had that vision on the airline where we yes, and he had to blow up all the blocks.
Yes,
That's how I feel like.
yeah, we are right now. And I think both of us, having worked for the government, we've been taught to rise for the brand. Right? And then, I would always like presidents, but I make sure that president succeeds. I don't think we're doing enough of that anymore in this country.
Well, and folks, if the shoe fits, wear it. And preface with that, because I really do think that even though we had a 30% turnout, which is typical higher than it was 2 years ago during our last election, that is pretty good, but that's not where it needs to be. No, it needs to be much higher than that, because I quite frankly, am a little bit tired of logging on social media or going to a meeting and hearing people talk, and a lot of people have complaints, and catching some of them have, they follow up with good ideas.
Mhm.
But if you don't show up to events like candidate forums or going to a county commissioners meeting, you're not going to be in the know, first of all.
True. And they're not listening to you. They're going to listen to whoever there is swinging the loudest, yeah. And so 30% of people in Kendall County voting that are ready to vote. That means if you spend a list in the room, three of us are calling all the shots.
Right. Again, we found out just recently that a very small group of people that is scrutinized enough and stomp their feet long enough, so they're going to be hurt.
Yeah, you have these elected officials have to go with who's the loudest.
So folks, take that with a grain of salt. Be active. Get out there. Go to a county commissioner court meeting. Learn how the process works. The city council, we have council elections coming up here in about 2 months. We are slated to have at least two
of the city councilmen that are running for re-election, and their opponents that are going to be here on the Texas Examiners, right, to debate and talk about why they should be elected.
I tell you what, I had a very proud moment the other night when we went to the candidate forum, Edinburgh City Council at the library, and we got a shout out from, well, that's right, from one of the current council members, attributing the fact that he was able to communicate with the county commissioners court,
And so the Texas Examiner,
and that made me feel really, really good.
they're talking about Ty Wilson and 10 Cross Adcock, that they needed to copy and work closer together, and we brought them here. They're synchronizing in from each other, and kudos to both Ty and Chad for continuing that dialogue. Yeah, because that's what we want. We want our elected officials to work together, not to fight. And that accomplishes nothing.
Absolutely.
It's like this border issue here. It just bothers me being a whole workful lady, a retired workful lady, where I have a governor who's down there in the border using all our resources, and then have a president down there almost using resources, but they're not. They're criticizing each other and still working together. And we both want the same thing. We want to control the border. But we're not talking.
It's like that old saying, if you point the finger at me, you've got four more pointing back at you.
Right. And they're using our money, our federal and state dollars to try to do the same thing, and they're not doing it in a unified effort. And that's we need to hold them accountable.
Absolutely.
Who we support? We support the governor, or we support President Biden on this. I think we need both of them. They need to behave and get their act together and work together.
But Robert, in order for that to work, right? You would like to take that. You've got 350 million people in the United States. What does it take to get all 350 million people to say enough is enough? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, how do we do that? I mean, we can't even get people to turn up to vote.
Right.
So here we are having this conversation about how we know how we can fix it, but nobody's willing to step up to the plate
Well, I mean, I like, even though we're a drop in the water in the ocean, but overdoing here is a good thing. We're making people come to the show and sit across the table from each other. Some of them don't want to. Some of them are still find it.
Yeah.
But we're going to continue to do the same thing. If we find out about an issue that's contentious, we're going to invite people on the show that are on opposite sides of the issue so that we can hear both sides of it. Not necessarily pick a side, but so we can be better informed. Right? And then you can decide which way to approach it, or maybe put pressure rules and work on together.
So, for those folks that are maybe experiencing or could experience an issue with their health care, whether it's their prescriptions or getting in to see their doctor, what would you tell our viewers how to handle that?
Well, and thanks for bringing it up. Right now, you need to contact your insurance company and let them know that you're aware of this healthcare crisis, and you want to make sure that if you're going to go see your doctor or hospital, that they're going to cover you, and they are doing what they can. The last thing I want is a patient to be told we can't see you because we're not accepting your insurance. So, if you have to pay cash, then pay it. You can always submit a bill to your insurance company, but hold them accountable. Call your insurance company. Tell them that you want this resolved quickly. Call your congressman and let them know that you need this resolved. You need these doctors and hospitals and pharmacies to be paid. They've already billed for these services. If they can't get paid, they're going to close shop, or they can't treat you. So the more noise our citizens make, the better. So your congressman, your insurance company, don't take it out on your pharmacist or your doctor or on your hospital nurse. They're just trying to do their job, right? The little ones are being impacted, and if they're impacted, you're impacted as a patient.
And I think that's about it. I think we ought to mention that we're going to have a show coming up regarding emergency management. We're penciling that into the books to happen real soon, and we'll touch on the eclipse and whether or not it's really going to be as bad as people are planning for, or is it going to be kind of another no show like we had on the last one. So, but that also brings up another very good one, folks, is with the cyber attacks, the eclipse. Could you imagine if all these things happened on the same day?
Our phones went out, can't communicate, social media, you can't go see your doctor.
Are you prepared? Do you have extra water, at home?
There have been cases of closest communication to walkie-talkie, other phones to communicate.
Something to think about, folks, as we're definitely living in strange times, and we all need to look out for each other and take care of each other. So encourage your friends and neighbors to do the same thing and to make sure that they're prepared. Even just, if it's only for 3 or 4 days that you're prepared for, it's better than not.
Right, and help a brother out too. If your neighbor is prepared when this happens, go out and help them out. I think that's important too. And we all have to help each other out, not just be polarized that. See, well, I'm in this for myself, right?
And then what else do we have? We have a show coming up on. We have some talented new musicians.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have a singer-songwriter couple, a young couple that they're hitting the charts. They're making it big nationally. They're touring all over the country, and they happen to live in this area. And it's Jess Lee and Karen Wrinkle, and they happen to be a couple, but they're touring independently, and they're both country music singer-songwriters. Although Jess also sings a lot of blues and jazz, and they're amazing. And it's been hard to get them together here. Get on the show, but let's talk about that date, and we're going to come in early April, and we'll have the show out there so you can find out what it's like to be a singer-songwriter and a romantic relationship too, and traveling all over the country in different directions.
Right. So, folks, that pretty much wraps up our update. I would encourage you, if there's a topic that you would like us to cover, or some folks that you would like us to invite on the show, please send us an email to info@thetexasexaminer.com, or you can reach out to us on any of our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I forgot the other one. X and Twitter. Please reach out to us, and because we're here for y'all, we want to provide you with the information that you need so that you can be informed and making all the decisions that you put about your course of business throughout the day, the week, the month, the year. So please reach out, give us some ideas so that we're always providing you with relevant content.
I'm Robert Saenz, and this is my co-host Jon Tipton. Don't forget to tell all the friends and family about the Texas Examiner. It's all of us.